J Sai Ma, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's my joy. My name is Mary Seiss. I serve as the program director for the Sai Ma's Magdalena Healing Program. And it's my great honor, it is my great joy to welcome you here to our program today. I love to put everyone on gallery view, and I really invite you to place your cameras on so that we just look around and see all of us who have gathered once again for the Magdalena Experience. And I see many of you who are new that have joined us, and I welcome you and welcome you. This Magdalena Experience is something we do every year, and it's really our opportunity to come together and to just bathe and receive the energies of this program, this unique, precious, precious program that we call Magdalena Healing. And to invite our friends and to invite our families and to invite everyone to just come bathe with us. And so it's my honor that you're here again. And that many Magdalenas that are in our program are here with us to really amplify these energies together so that you have a powerful, your own unique experience of these frequencies that we have been initiated into by Her Holiness Saima. So again, I welcome you. Now, if you're in our organization, it's the Ma community, we call it is the name of it. You'll often hear us say Om JJ Saima. And so for many of you, it might be, what are they saying? What is this, a secret greeting we have amongst each other? And so let me explain it to you. Om JJ Saima is similar to what some of you may, especially if you do yoga, come to know as Namaste. I honor the divinity in you and in me. That's what Namaste means. And when we say Om JJ Saima, first let me tell you what the words mean. So Om, we all know Om is the universal sound. The one is the sound of creation, we could say. J means hail. So it's like it's like I hail, I greet you. So that's what J means. And Sai Ma is a title called meaning divine mother. Now, if you grew up in the Christian tradition, like I did, the Catholic tradition, I could say, its divine mother was always Mother Mary. That was her role. I never knew anybody else could have it or get it, despite the fact that we know our lineage, or we know the world has been here for thousands of years of our known civilization, but I only thought that went to Mother Mary. So if you're Catholic like me, you might think that. But the real truth is that divine mother, there's always been divine mothers on this planet. Always. Some known and some unknown. Kind of interesting. In every culture, as I learned about different cultures and divine mothers and names of divine mothers. So that's what Sai Ma means, and it's a title. This is a title that Sai Ma received from Sai Baba, Ma's guru. Sai Ma, Divine Mother. And Sai Ma is one of there are several divine mothers on the planet actually at this time. Some are known, some are unknown. Many of you may have heard of Amma, the hugging saint. She's, I would say, the most well known in the United States. And so this is a title that Sai Ma has received, a divine mother. She's been recognized in the tradition of the Sai Baba, she's also recognized in the Vishnu Swami lineage as what's called the Jagat Guru. This is a huge title. it means guru means from darkness to light, and so it's a title that's given to many teachers in India, we could say, and Jagat Guru is the guru's guru, so it's a title even above guru. And Saima is the first woman to ever receive this title in the 2,700-year-old lineage of this lineage. So it would kind of be like if the Catholics made her the Pope. Okay? That's what this title is. That's what that means. It recognizes who Saima is and her level of mastery, of enlightenment, of grace on this planet. And so together we say Om JJ Saima, meaning I honor the divinity of the divine feminine in you and in me. And you might say to me, well, why wouldn't we just say namaste? And because this is the time on the planet where it's the balancing of the masculine and feminine. And so we're calling forth the divine feminine in each one of us so that we too are balanced, our divine masculine, our divine feminine. So if you're with us and you hear that phrase, that's what we're calling for. That's what we're recognizing in each other. I see it in you, and you recognize it also in me. So Om JJ Saima, welcome to today's program. So how our experience goes is we're going to begin with a meditation and an activation by all the Magdalenas that are on this call for you of the Magdalena frequency so that you can bathe in them. And we'll do a meditation together. And then we'll talk some about, let me say this, I have a video we'll watch of Simon sharing with us about the program. And then we'll speak a little bit about the program. And we'll end with some teachings that Ma has given us, some for the end, so that you leave in this, in the energies of the Magdalena. All right. So, you ready? So good to see you. I love looking around at you. All right, let's all take a deep, deep breath together and just allow yourself to gaze into the eyes of Mary Magdalena here in this picture. This picture has been activated for us. I invite you to breathe in, hold, and then breathe out, allowing the out breath to be a little bit longer than the in breath. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. And I invite you to to gaze into the eyes of this photo, of this painting, excuse me, it's a painting. Allowing your eyes to soften. As you open yourself, as you breathe, and allow yourself to bathe in her gaze. And bringing your awareness to the area between your eyebrows, your sixth chakra. I invite you to weave energy between your chakra and Mary Magdalena's. You can weave it like a figure eight pattern, inviting and activating the energy of clarity in your brain. Welcoming, saying yes, clarity. Allowing the light to move into the middle of your brain where the fears are. And pour light in there. Welcoming her love and her grace. And then allowing this light to move down through your face, down to your throat. And I invite you to weave a figure eight pattern between your throat and Mary's throat. Inviting her to activate within you and welcoming the energy of authenticity. Being authentic, speaking authentically. For we know that Mary Magdalena was not a people pleaser, and she spoke truth. Activate that in you. Welcome this power, this grace. And then with another breath, bring this light, this grace down to your heart. As you weave this figure eight between your heart and Mary's heart. Activating the energy of compassion. Grant me the grace of compassion. And with another breath, bring this light down to your belly, filling your whole torso with light. And weaving this figure eight between your belly and Mary's belly. Activate within me the energy of courage. Grant me the grace of courage that I too may follow my soul's path, my reason for incarnating, as you did, Mary, as you did during those dark times, those scary times. And then another breath, bringing this light down to the area between your navel and the base of your spine. Mary, activate within me this grace, the energy of ease. This ease, this ability to move with ease, and this creativity. And then another breath, bring this light down to the base of your spine. And here, most of all, ask for, welcome this, the energy of trust. Weave this back and forth. Grant me the grace that I may trust. Trust my soul. Trust the light. Trust love. And I may stand as a pillar of light, as you did, Mary, during those times. And then another breath, bringing this light down your legs, out the soles of your feet, all the way down to the crystalline core of Mother Earth. Another Divine Mother. In this crystalline core are unique footprints that belong only to you. I invite you to find them and very consciously step into them. Yes, I am here. I incarnated for this time. I came to love. I came to serve. I came to remember my divinity. And to be that light on the planet. Feel the gratitude of Mother Earth that you're remembering and you're claiming it. And feel as she sends up amber-colored light through the souls, through the earth crust, through the soles of your feet. Allow it to come all the way up, bring it to your heart, and feel your heart expand. Together we create a vortex for healing, of love, a vortex of this divine feminine grace in perfect harmony with the divine masculine. And I invite all the initiated Magdalenas on this call to pour the Magdalena frequencies into this vortex and empowers this vortex for all. Om JJ Saima. I invite you to rest a moment in this grace. Breathing it in and to every cell, every molecule in your body, breathe it in. And this is for you. This is what's available for you through the grace of our beloved Mary Magdalena, beloved Master Jesus, our beloved Saima, who is a living embodiment of this grace. I invite you to make your intention for this time together also. What would serve you the most? And then let's take another deep, deep breath together. Just softly come back here for our time together. Thank you. Thank you. So I know some of you may not even have ever seen Saima, so we thought we would play a little, first a video of Ma talking about this program. But actually, before we do this, let me explain about the program just a little bit. It was in 2016. The Pope had just elevated Mary Magdalena from a Memorial Day to a feast day. And this is a big deal in the Catholic Church because when you have a Memorial Day, you're kind of with all the regular saints and you share a Memorial Day and it's a thing. And when you go to a feast day, that's really a sign of recognition of Mary Magdalena. Now, if you're as old as I am, Mary Magdalena was considered a prostitute when I was studying the saints as a little girl. And by the time I went to high school, they took her out, they took that label away. But obviously in high school, I wasn't really studying the saints. So, that was one thing. They took away this, this, we could say, uh, devaluing of her and made her a saint. And then, um, as I said, but then in 2016, they elevated even her saint status. So they were beginning to, they had suppressed the divine feminine because of the times, we could say. It was, men dominated everything and it is what it is. But here we are today. So it was in 2017, 16, and I was meeting with Ma about creating a program. And I said to Ma, what if we brought these energies, if you brought the energies of Mary Magdalena down, could we create and take them? Could you initiate us into that lineage? And Ma said to me, get them ready. That was my charge. Get them ready. And that's something I'm really good at, is finding your issues and getting them up so we can clear them out so you can be ready so you could hold this energy. And that's how the program started. And it, right away, 200 people signed up to be in this program that we were whatever creating as we were going along. And I can still remember the first initiation we received from Simon. We offered these Magdalena energy sessions. Some people actually almost passed out. They were so intense. I mean, you really have to get ready for these energies. They're big energies. And many in our community are trained in Reiki. I was trained in Reiki or other energy modalities. And it's very distinct. It's a distinct modality, a very powerful and tender masculine and feminine energy. So that's how the program started. And since then, we've been since 2017 we started it. And here we are almost 10 years later. So that's the program we're welcoming you to. And as it grows and as Ma teaches us more about Mary Magdalena or more about these frequencies, they're becoming stronger and stronger. And the more of us, there's hundreds of us in this program now around the globe. And it just becomes more and more powerful. Some of that's because we continue to do what we need to do to be vehicles for the energy, like to really clear out all these old unworthiness, fears, whatever is in you, so that you can be more like a flute to bring these energies in to serve. And we serve in all different dimensions. Some have a healing practice, others are therapists, some doctors, nurses, even accountants, teachers, to be initiated into this and be able to carry this frequency and put it out on the planet. And so let's first listen to a very short clip of Ma speaking about the energies of Mary Magdalena. Anna?
This is another thing that you get from Magdalena is courage. How many of you know what is the meaning of courage? I don't know. So imagine Magdalena having a fantastic life, quite elevated financially, socially. Her father being a very well-known tradesman, money, clothing, silk, colors. She has everything. To be able to walk the path with Master, she has had to take the courage for a quantum leap. And this quantum leap, what is courage in that sense? Is what you're going to do is scary. You don't know where you're going to land, and you still do it. That's courage. And Mary Magdalena has that. The courage to do anything, to move into anything when it's in alignment with her and with her purpose. The moment you're in alignment, it's the whole vortex of Magdalena that you're in, not only of today, but you go back in time and the different aspect of Magdalena, such as Mata Kali, Mata Durga, or Isis, or there's so many in all the different civilization. Sekhmet. When you receive the Shakti of Mary Magdalena, this is huge. It's huge. Don't forget that without Mary Magdalena, it would have been extremely difficult for Master to ascend. Yeah. She was just like this for him, day and night. And at all level, whether it was for food, whether it was for his retreat, whether it was for his silence, whether it was for their intimacy, whatever it was for, she was the master here. She has never been pleaser or fake or pretending. It's always authentic. Because remember, the Shakti of Mary Magdalena is very, very strong, very strong. It has to do with all the aspects of life, all the different, I would say, level of personalities, all the different level of maturity, initiation. There's everything in Mary Magdalena. I mean, everything. From the little girl to the age of ascension and to existing and not existing, and to move to the there's a space between two worlds where there is nothing. It's like not even a vacuum. So she represents the fullness of existence. Being in the course of Mary Magdalena, you get to experience a bit of all of it. You are so radiant. You are so beautiful, so beautiful. This is a unique program, very unique.
Ah. And so now I'd love to have a few of our students from this year, our brand new students. They've been in the program and they're coming up to their initiation. And I'd like for them to share a little bit about what it's been like for you. So we'll start with you, Sarah. You want to come first? Mm-hmm.
JJ Saima.
JJ.
Yeah, I'm a current student on the Magdalena course, and I can say that I've received many blessings and I've had many changes in my life having done this course. Without doubt, one of the biggest things that I've seen is with my confidence. So this is something that I've always struggled with my whole life, and I've got degrees, I've got masters, PhDs, all the qualifications, but the confidence and the belief in myself, I've just not been able to have it and hold it. So this has really been a challenge for me at work. And I can safely say since doing this course, I'm now able to share my ideas at work. I'm able to speak. I'm able to speak with conviction. And I'm being heard. I'm being recognized. I'm being valued in my work. Um, And I think one of the changes now is I'm actually being able to be acknowledged. Even just this week at work, Mary, there was an end of year review, and one of the VPs stood up and said, listen, we should all be working how Sarah's working and how she brings her ideas and how she communicates and speaks to the team. I mean, this is quite a stark contrast. I mean, my confidence was in the basement before this, so truly grateful for that. And that's not even mentioning the abundance that's come with this. I've got real quantifiable dollar value increases in my compensation in the last year. So just across the board, I'm seeing so many changes in myself. Yeah, so.
Beautiful, beautiful. And how about the community? What was that like for you?
Oh, Mary, yeah, this is something else that was new for me. I feel trusting women was always a struggle for me. And there's so many beautiful Magdalena's brothers and sisters here. Um, but the support was amazing, you know, at every turn, like I could call on someone. So I felt truly supported.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for sharing. All right, Kevin, how about you? Would you share something with the participants?
Sure, Mary. Thank you. I guess for me, the biggest thing is that I think I was the most reluctant participant to join up.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Okay. I think I was, but just the truth of it is that I felt very drawn, but every part of me said no, and maybe next year, maybe not. But I know that I sat with it. I just literally checked, and I got an unmistakable sign up, and it's not the answer I wanted. You can't ignore it. So I did sign up, and I signed up, but I was still full of absolute doubts, other than I trusted inside that it was the right thing to do. So I went ahead, I did it. One of my biggest concerns was that I have no involvement with the Saima community. Lisa, my wife, has been involved for years, but so I would have heard about it through osmosis, but no involvement, and wondered how I'd fit in, whether I'd be accepted, whether I'd accept others, and all of that. But that was no problem. I have to say, absolutely, it was just it was great to be involved. And with regard to the experience on the program, I mean, I've thought about this over the last few days, and I have to say that for me, the big thing, the absolute big thing, is that when I um, when I do my practice each day, I mean, I've always had a connection, well, nearly always, with the divine in one way or another. It's very important to me. But when I do my practice and I sit there in the morning, and to be in that space where I can open my heart to Mary and to experience the presence of Mary Magdalena in my life, I mean, it's absolutely extraordinary to experience the compassion, the love, the wisdom, the courage, just to experience all of that. And in reality, to be a part of that. It's not just to experience it, but to be a part of that. And, you know, I think about it at times, and, you know, this is there. And what I need to do, maybe what we all need to do, but what I need to do is show up for it. It's there. Mary Magdalena is present. She's present to me. She's not out there in the ethers. She's present here and now. So it's been wonderful. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I would wish it for everybody. So thank you.
The Reluctant Magdalena. I can see the book title, right?
Okay.
And I love it because you really speak to what people are often afraid of. I don't want to be part of a group. I don't want, it's going to take my power away, or they're going to, lose my freedom sometimes even, or like, do I have to belong to the group,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a common thing. And yet
Yeah.
what I've realized too is that there's a saying. I like to go fast, but if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far,
Mm,
go with a group,
mm.
you know? So
Yeah.
there is a power in the group that just, but I definitely get you, and many people do struggle with that. So thank you for making it very conscious. And
Okay.
listen, you guys, if he can do it, you can do it, okay? He was
Okay.
tough.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. And Morel, would you like to come and speak to the group about your first year? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this. Go down to reactions and interpretation and put you want to speak in English. You want to listen in English, excuse me, because Marielle is going to speak in French. Sorry, forgot to tell you. Just a minute. Okay.
Om JJ Saima.
JJ.
Euh, pour
Mhm.
moi, ce programme, à chaque week-end intensif, il y a eu un avant, un après. On est vraiment superbement accompagné par une équipe d'enseignants formidables. On se sent soutenu et ça, c'est important. Enfin, ça l'était en tous les cas pour moi. Et puis, ça m'a ouvert à des connaissances, à des outils transformateurs. Notamment au niveau de la conscience, vraiment être beaucoup plus dans la conscience de mes schémas, de mes parts d'ombre, les voir beaucoup plus facilement, les accepter sans jugement. C'est vraiment quelque chose qui a été révélateur pour moi. Alors évidemment, c'est un chemin transformateur, hein, ça transforme. Et moi, ça a été beaucoup au niveau du doute. J'avais énormément de doutes. Là, je me sens beaucoup plus confiante. Je prends des décisions de manière plus claire, plus fluide. C'est plus facile. Je me pose moins de questions. Je sens une force intérieure lumineuse, même rassurante, Alors c'est peut-être Marie-Madeleine, hein, tout simplement, qui est là et je m'appuie dessus pour dans les moments de doute. Donc parce que parfois il y en a encore, hein, c'est normal. Voilà. Alors évidemment, ma relation à moi a évolué, mais la relation aux autres aussi, forcément. Et c'est plus facile, hein, c'est plus fluide. Et certaines personnes témoignent récemment que j'avais une présence plus lumineuse, hein, plus posée. Donc voilà, c'est le chemin. Et puis ce qui me convient énormément aussi, et je me sens de plus en plus appartenir à cette communauté. Et enfin, je trouve que c'est formidable de se sentir moins seul. On sent que la trame est puissante, qu'on est vraiment, enfin que je suis vraiment portée par cette énergie et puis par la présence de Marie-Madeleine et de servir cette lumière, cet amour. Voilà, j'ai une profonde gratitude en fait envers ce programme. Voilà, mais oui.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And for those maybe who didn't get on the translation fast enough, she spoke of the strength within her, the power. And similar to what Sarah was saying, people recognize something's different about you. Something's changed. You've gone deeper and you've cultivated this relationship with Mary Magdalena. That's unique. And the interesting thing about the energy, it's very balanced. So for some people, like for me, for example, and many like me, we had too much masculine energy, too bossy, too doing, doing, doing. And so for me, what had to come up was my feminine side, more receptive, more in my heart. Okay. For others, they might not have been as strong and doing. And for them, what came up was their courage and the masculine, more being in their power and comfortable in their power. What Mary Magdalena is for us, as is Saima, is a role model that this is possible for all of us. And the biggest grace of this program, the greatest grace of this program, is that we receive an initiation from a living, enlightened master. And I'm going to repeat that, a living, enlightened master. That is such a gift, such a gift. That's what it is, which is why we do this program for this year. We're changing. Let's actually move into the slides of what the program involved so you can understand that too. Let's move to those slides before I get too ahead of myself. Okay, so here's the details about the program. So it's a 9-month program. We've had different permutations of the program. Sometimes it went for a year and for certification and initiation, and last couple of years we've done 6 months. This year we're moving it to 9 months. It's going to be a 9-month program. Okay, you submit an application and it will determine your readiness. You'll have an interview and we'll speak with you to make sure you're a match. There'll be 3 weekend modules. The first one, the dates are there, February to March, 27th to March 1st, and May 22nd to 24th, and September 4th to 6th. So there'll be 3 modules for the weekend. You can attend them remotely, so you don't have to travel for those. And there'll be 2 monthly group calls that you're part of. You're part of a community. You meet with your small groups. You have facilitators. We have Magdalena teachers. It's a whole team that's designed to support you. We do everything to support you so that you're ready for the initiation. There'll be a daily sadhana practice and inquiry questions. What's between me and my soul? How do I transmute this? We work with you on that. And then there'll be an initiation by Sai Ma or someone who Ma delegates. Now, we should know the date of that prior to the course starting in the end of February. So we'll know the date of the initiation. And right now it's looking like it's going to be this summer. So, but I don't have the final contract signed, so we don't know exactly when it is. But just know that's coming, and we will know it very soon. Next slide, please. The pricing is for the 9-month program is $31.50, and you can have we have a payment plan for 6-month payment plan is available if you sign up by January 20th. Okay. Then once you complete this level 1, that you'll be ready to be initiated. Okay. And then you can apply to be what's called a certified Magdalena practitioner. And what that is so you can have a table practice and you can offer Magdalena sessions. And you have so many practice sessions you have to do, evaluations. That's a little more involved. And that will be the next level of it. Okay, that's an additional. And for that to be certified as a practitioner, you also have to take the Journey of Profound Healing Program, which is another program that we offer. Okay, so to receive the initiation, it's a 9-month program. To go to certification, it'll take you another 3 to 4 months. Some people take a little longer to complete all their sessions and to do that. Okay. Next slide. And if you apply by this Thursday, November 27th, you'll receive a $300 tuition discount, a remote Magdalena session with a certified Magdalena practitioner, and free entry into 2 January Magdalena Healing webinars. So those are our bonuses for you if you decide you want to apply earlier and just right away. Apply right away. Just jump right in. All right, so let's put everybody back up. Does anybody have any questions? We have a little bit of time for questions. Let me just check something for it first. Okay. All right. Any questions? Let me go down to just put something in the chat. You can also go raise your hand if you want. If you go down to reaction, there's a raise hand. Donna, yes. We have to unmute her, please. There you go. No, not yet. Wait.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
The initiation is everything. Can everything be remote? Are there things that have
Yes,
to
the
be in
initiation
person?
can be done remotely. Yes. Yep. Some people do it remotely but if you can, it really, to be in person to receive that initiation is beautiful. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions? Somebody you can put a question in the chat if you have a question. Let's see, does 6-month play apply with the early bird discount if you jump in? Okay, Stephanie, I'm going to let Lisa answer that one. Initiation, yeah, okay. Any other question? All right, then. I really thank you for being here, and I invite you now. Let's just relax into it as we listen to beautiful teaching that Mom gave to the students, actually the ones in South America, our South America students. A beautiful teaching on Mary Magdalena. And so again, I invite you to reach out to us if you have any questions more about the program or anything more you'd need to know. We'll send you some follow-up emails and a recording of this. Anything else you need to know from us or love to talk to us. And you can put questions in here. But right now, I invite you just to take a breath with me now and allow yourself to just settle in and as Ma speaks to us about Mary Magdalena.
Blessings, everyone. Great blessings. Why Maria Magdalena? Simply because you are part of Maria Magdalena, and Maria Magdalena is part of you. feel the energy of these words and what I am putting out to you. Feel. Close your eyes and imagine the day that Maria Magdalena left this planet, how the greatness of life from her, in her, given to her by Master, goes to everybody, everyone, and everything on the planet. Each one of you, without distinction, completely each one of you, gents or ladies, you are part of Maria Magdalena. Why? Because you are both the feminine divine and the masculine divine. The right side of your body is masculine. The left side is your feminine. When both are in coherence, in equilibrium, the whole of you start to exist. The one thing I can tell you very clearly, Maria Magdalena was not a prostitute. And she comes to her guru with total surrender. When she finds out in the spark of her heart, in the spark of her mind, she was extremely intelligent. There was no lack in the material world from her family. And she knew she needed something. She knew it. No matter what she had, excuse me, and has also, she was looking for that something. And that something is when she heard the name of Yeshua. She could not control herself. She has to go. She has to travel. In a world of danger, she's so fearless. Plus, she was very educated and fearless at the same time. So she will travel and meet. And the moment she experienced that energy, the closer she was getting to the physicality of Master, the more enhanced everything inside of her, including her heart. And that becomes her life the moment she laid eye on the Master, her Master, her life. Her Master became her life force. And there was nothing that could stop her. Intellectually, she could not understand anything that was going on inside of her. Like her world was turning upside down, inside out. Now, realize that she is ready for everything and anything. She has to be closer and closer to that Master who was giving knowledge to a little crowd. She wants that knowledge. She wants it. Like somebody who is very hungry and wants to eat. At a point when getting more knowledge, now it is resonating with other life experience of knowledge that she has had as an Egyptian, as an Atlantean, many different civilizations. Now it's resonating with her and she wants to bring everybody to her Master. This is the beginning of the enlightenment, the awakening, the enlightenment, and the ascension of Maria Magdalena. What is the main attribute, the main quality of Maria Magdalena then? What is it? Devotion. Where her heart implode, and ready to surrender and give every breath of her life to her Master. She will now invite Master in her own space. The exuberance of her while inviting Master to come to her place, cleaning every single little dust. Ask her sisters to clean everywhere and make sure that he walks on the best place. No matter how dusty and sunny it was, she will manage to make this happen. With all her knowledge, devotion starts to grow inside of her. Together with that devotion, her willingness to now be as close as possible in her consciousness to her Master. Now the question is, for all humanity, what is the role of the student in the life of the Master? To be exactly like the Master. In every single scripture and in every single spiritual path, we hear we are made at the image of divinity. When a human being is fully enlightened, it is divinity in physical form. So when it is said, I am made at the image of divinity, at the image of God, it has nothing to do with physicality. It has to do first with consciousness. I become the same consciousness as divinity, as the Master. And this is what every human is yearning for, sometime without knowing. To be the same consciousness. Where does consciousness come from? Imagine you are divinity. You don't have this physical form. You are a stillness energy. It may be a sphere of energy or ray of energy. Imagine you as a still point, and you are that. You are God. You are I am that I am. You are all that is, as that stillness point. You are so full, you have everything, you are everything. The thing is that you cannot see yourself. There is no mirror. You cannot see yourself. You cannot know what you're capable of. You cannot, because you are so full of everything yourself, you don't see yourself outside of you. When Maria Magdalena had this inner feeling, I want to wash the feet of my Master. These long, elongated feet, so refined, so full. So much love is in these feet, so much light that she could see. And why she wants to touch these feet? Because she wants to have what is in these feet. Her devotion will push her to ask for permission to wash the feet. Of course, permission was granted because the Master can feel when the student devotion is so high, is so profound. The grace then enter a whole being. The grace of the Master. The grace of the Master and the disciple, not the student, the disciple. The disciple become a disciple when merged with the discipline of life itself. Life has its own discipline. And when one is focused in the heart, the mind is purified, the body is purified, the senses are purified, and the only thing that exists is that divine love. Why that love? Where does it come from? Why love is the main ingredient for your awakening, for your enlightenment, for your ascension? Why? So go back to that energy that you are as all that is. You are divinity, you are God, you are everything in this big sphere, that big ray of light. And to know yourself, you will have to create yourself to look at it. to see what are you capable of creating. Who are you outside of yourself as divinity? Then you use consciousness to start creating yourself. And the moment consciousness create that beauty, that is coming out of that sphere, of that divinity, of that God, there is such a love, loving one's own creation, loving oneself by looking at oneself. Wow, this is me creating by consciousness. I can only love. That's why love becomes so important. And the main ingredient of love on the spiritual path is devotion, bhakti. You become a bhakta. So what does Maria Magdalena become? A fantastic, superb, magnificent bhakta. This is how you can describe the life of Maria Magdalena. Being a bhakta. Everything she will do from that moment is for her master. The thought about the master, the best for the master. Embodying the teaching word by word of the master. Why? Because her only desire from this moment is to become her master, like her master, to become him completely and serve him completely, love him completely, to be him. That's the key desire of Maria Magdalena. And stay in silence in that energy. And I'm going to increase the energy for you. So do not be surprised if you perceive light around you, or you perceive yourself out of your body, in your light body, and your heart exploding with love to serve, to give, to share in that love that is eternal, that is endless. It's an boundaryless ocean of love that cannot be described with words, cannot be explained, only to give yourself to that, to become that yourself. Be still and experience the expansion of your consciousness all the way to Maria Magdalena, all the way to Isis, all the way to Sekhmet, all the way to all the divine feminine of different civilizations where you have been part of, and that now you're remembering who you are, and step into your enlightenment state, your awakened state, your awareness state, to be more the you that you are within you. In the grace of life, in the grace of love, in the supreme grace of devotion. Again and again, I welcome you in my heart. Blessings to you in my devotion for you, my beloved. I love you so. Om Kitty.
Om JJ Saima. Thank you for joining us. Om JJ Saima.